So I love drills that force movement. A lot of people come and practice and they just don't get a lot of movement out of their swing. They'll internally be thinking about the right things, but when it really comes down to changing the movement, they just can't do it, whether that's years of hitting balls the same way or just having difficulty with putting the concept that they're thinking about into actual movement. And so I think it's really good to have external cues that kind of force the movement that we want to have. So when I've got someone that wants to hit a draw and that is having a hard time, I don't necessarily explain the elements of the swing that they have to do. I like to put things in the way that force the movement. And for sure, this drill right here is number one on how to do that. So what I've done is I've taken an alignment stick. This piece of the rod is about 2 feet in the air. And when I start putting this on the ground, it's directly behind the ball, and I just lift it up 2 feet, sticking directly at the target line. This is pointed directly at that blue flag out there. Not sure if you can see that. And what this is going to do, it's going to force me to shift the swing direction, shift the club path more to the right, and hit it more of a push draw. Now I have the ball teed up because I don't necessarily want to be making divots and have to move this all day, and this really is just about creating movement. So I'm going to start with just doing some practice swings, and I would encourage you when you're doing these practice swings to do two things. One, almost feel like you're going to run into the stick on the backswing. I see a lot of people that try to hit a draw by going really, really in the beginning, and they almost always would come over and hit this stick. So in the beginning of the backswing, we're feeling like we're reaching towards the camera, almost reaching, hitting the blue stick. What that's going to do is going to allow us to get our arms in front, which is going to feel like we have a lot of freedom for the club to move inside, the hands take an elevator down, and swing to the right. So as I'm doing my rehearsals, that's the movement I'm going to be doing to hit this draw. So straight back, arms up, and then feeling like my hands are taking an elevator. My body is staying closed. I'm not trying to twist early. As I twist early, I'm going to likely run into that. So staying closed, elevator, and swinging way right. That swing I just did is probably 15 to 20 degrees right, but again, I'm just trying to exaggerate this motion to start the ball right and to curve it left. Let's do that again. Set up, straight back towards the camera, up, swing out to right field. For those of you who played baseball, I reference a lot third base and first base. For a right-handed golfer, I'm really trying to feel like I'm swinging to first base with the club head. That's probably the hardest part, is from hip to actually demonstrate for a golfer swinging to first base or down the right field line that way. If I can even just do that in some little swings. Yeah, that's a little low hook. By the way, I'm hitting a 5-iron. Not the greatest strike in my life, but it started right and curved left. Okay, let's do one, not full speed, but full intent with my arms. So rehearse again. There we go. And hit. That is a very, very big draw. And so what the stick is forcing is the club head movement to not do that normal movement where it's going to be cutting across the ball, creating a left to right spin for a right-handed golfer, lots of toe contact, lots of pulls. Okay, let's do that again. Gonna really try to exaggerate this one that way. Gonna try to hit it down the right field line. Yep, really, really big draw. So now I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm going to add a little bit of speed as I'm doing this better. I'm going to keep doing the rehearsals every swing. By the way, to be able to help start the ball a little bit more right, if I put the ball back, that's going to assist. If I put it more forward, that's likely going to go more left. So I've got the ball a little bit more back. I'm going to try to keep this one a little bit more to the right on the downswing. Yep, that one didn't hook quite as much. So I'm going to hit one more. So just in summary, it's important to be doing things that force movement. I've hit 3 shots in a row where I would say I started the ball right and curved it left. If I were to take this stick away, it would be much more challenging. So if you struggle, throw this on the ground. There's no way it's going to hurt unless you hit your club on the stick. It might break your club. So on that note, it may be worthwhile to put a pool noodle here. If you were going to hit it, the pool noodle would be softer than the stick. I have seen someone break their club. All right, last one. It's going to be my gamer. And that is right at the target. So if you struggle with the draws, I highly suggest doing the stick drill, and I guarantee it will lead to results.